Veteran national team standout Stephan Schrock has played for the flag on multiple occasions, but Schrocky will not be part of the Philippine Azkals' upcoming assignment in Mongolia next month, the final round of the AFC Asian Cup 2023 qualifiers. And now joining us to go all out on this story is none other than the man himself, longtime captain with the Philippine Azkals, 11 years with the team, Schrocky, Stephan Schrock, brother. Good morning. Thank you for joining us here on the show.
Good morning, Andre. Thank you for having me.
Schrocky, first of all, how are you? How have you been, man?
Overall, I'm doing good. Of course, upset, disappointed, and confused about the decision of the new head coach.
Before we delve deeper on that story, you being excluded from the Azkals, you just completed another tour of duty with the Azkals under-23 team in the Southeast Asian Games in Vietnam. Sadly, no podium finish for you guys, but you had some games wherein you shocked a lot of people. You guys played well. What was it like playing with this new generation of players and you serving as their kuya, so to speak, just guiding them along the way?
Well, it's always fun joining the younger generation. They have a lot to give, a lot of input from them also. So it's a win-win situation. I think I can give a lot, and at the same time, I learn a lot.
Of course, that's what you bring. Aside from your skills on the pitch, your knowledge, your wisdom, which you can impart to the young guys. Okay, Schrocky, you already touched up on it. Let's go to the exciting part. You're not a member of this particular Azkals lineup for the final round of the 2023 Asian Cup qualifiers happening in Mongolia next month. A lot of fans, a lot of supporters were surprised, stunned, and shocked with the decision of excluding you from the lineup. First of all, how did you find out? How did you find out that you weren't part of the lineup that will go to Mongolia?
Well, I just got informed by a text message from Coach Thomas saying basically that I will not be part of the squad without any further explanations, which confuses me.
And you've been training with the team, correct? You've been training with the pool before he messaged you, is that correct?
Yes, we started actually on 6 days ago with the local base players. My training has been flawless. My eagerness, my happiness to be on the pitch, I clearly displayed on the training occasions. Showed up early, left as one of the least the training ground. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm disappointed with the decision.
There weren't any problems whatsoever, like on the pitch during those days in training.
No, those days in training. We have Coach Julie and I had a history 7 years ago. I matured during this time. I hoped he would also not let the decision-making get into the personal side of him. But, well, it is what it is. I think he still holds a grudge. And I reached out to him asking for a sit-down to clear this up like adults. And, he refused. He would not let me speak to him and let this clear out of the way. I think we have a common goal, which is bigger than a personal pride, bigger than a personal ego. And unfortunately, I got denied this opportunity.
Schrocky, yesterday we had head coach Thomas Dooley here on the show. I got to speak to him, and he also confirmed the decision of excluding you from the team. With our interview yesterday, we have a soundbite of him explaining his decision not to include you in this particular lineup that he will bring to Mongolia. Let's listen and go back to that soundbite from Coach Thomas Dooley.
In football-specific fitness, he's maybe the best player in here in the Philippines.
Yes.
Coach, but that doesn't mean, you do the right thing on the field.
Yeah.
And with all that stuff, so I make a decision what's best for my team. When he wasn't there with the team, we had the biggest success and we played beautiful football.
What are your thoughts, Schrocky, upon hearing that from Coach Thomas Dooley saying, in football-specific fitness, you are the best here in the Philippines in that aspect, but doesn't necessarily mean you will fit in well with the team. And what can you say upon hearing the other explanation that Coach Thomas mentioned, why he excluded you from the team?
Well, first of all, there's always opinions and there's always a basic manner of respect, I would say. I think he's right with saying that I'm the most fittest player in the country, football specific.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked with world-class coaches over the years, and day in, day out, I never had any issues with them. With the recent coaches stuff, I never had issues. With the previous coaching stuff, I never had any issues. They all managed me to fit in a team, and I tried my best to provide for the team. I'm the highest decorated player in trophies, in individual awards. I think there should be no issue to fit me into a squad. If I'm not plan of his first 11, that's fine for me. If I can bring the team to a win or to a draw or to whatever it is in the last 10 minutes, that's also fine for me. I don't want to burn bridges. I never wanted to. I think I made a mistake 7 years ago. I can admit that. I grew up. I matured, like I said, him at 72 or 73. Obviously couldn't get over it. So I make myself available. If ever there is a need and ever there is a demand, I'm always here for the country. I'm always trying to serve. You people have to understand, we players, we sacrifice a lot of our time, money, relationship with clubs, contracts with future clubs and managers. We sacrifice that for the country while he was or is being a manager that was desperate on the job. So I reached out to him. I tried to connect the dots for us to reach a common goal. Unfortunately, he denied.
Well, Schrocky, I still have more questions for you. Well, let's continue this conversation. Relax for a bit. Let's take a quick break. If that's okay with you, Schrocky, I'll get back to you. Our conversation with Stephan Schrock will continue after a really quick timeout. Stay tuned to Sports Desk, only here on CNN Philippines. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sports Desk, only here on CNN Philippines. And our guest today, veteran national football team standout and former captain of the team of the Philippine Azkals, Stephan Schrock. Schrocky, so you were saying earlier, and we heard Coach Thomas Dooley and his thoughts on his decision was based purely on statistics, what's best for the team and the performance. Do you think, because you said you've moved on with your feud years ago with Coach Thomas, but do you think that also had something to do with you being excluded from the team?
Obviously, yes, because he mentioned also yesterday that I wasn't part in his plans for the 30-man squad, the initially squad for this camp, which is quite interesting because I've been captaining the team for the past 4 years. And I managed, like I was part, you mentioned about statistics. Let's go on statistics.
Go ahead, yeah.
We managed with the national team to get the highest points in World Cup qualifiers, even though we did not qualify during pandemic, while the Philippines was going through the hardest and strictest lockdown, or one of the hardest and strictest lockdowns in the world. We managed to get that. I managed to get out with top scoring or top 2 top scorers in the team in the last 4 camps of 5. Like I said, we sacrificing time. We show our commitment to the flag and to the jersey. And not many people know the last 2 camps, my wife was being pregnant. I left her at home for the national team without any outcome for me. Or the last camp, especially, my son were at home, broken leg, and I arrived 15 hours before the whistle blew, and my whole family got COVID, and I still refuse to go home because I love the country. I want to give back. I want to give it all out. Sometimes it works out better than the other times, but questioning the commitment or questioning my football abilities is purely not right. And saying that I won't fit in the team is just a lame excuse in my eyes.
You've been an Azkals mainstay for quite some time now. I remember seeing you for the first time with guys like Chiefy Caligdong, Anton Del Rosario, the Young Husband brothers, And now 11 years with the national team, over 50 appearances, 53 times as a team captain. And you just mentioned those times wherein you had to sacrifice not being with your family, not being with your pregnant wife. Why do you do that, Schrock? Why do you love playing? What is it with playing for the Philippines, for the Azkals, that you just love so much that you would give up a lot of things and sacrifice a lot?
I love the country. I'm very proud and honored to be Filipino. I'm half German, half Filipino, as you know, but I grew up with my mother. I want to give back. She taught me a lot of basic respect, manners, Philippine culture, and for me, representing the flag on the chest is the biggest achievement you can get, even though financially it's not good for you, or the cut-offs of your holidays is not good. But we as a player, I'm not saying it's just me, all of the people who are included in the squad, we're not there for a paycheck. Unlike him, we're not there for a paycheck. We want to give back. We want to make the country proud. We want to represent ourselves with our families on the pitch. And like I said, I'm not here on the show to burn bridges or to clarify things or to prove something. I'm the highest decorated players in the past 80 years. And the record speaks for itself. If you want to go on statistics, I make myself available. If ever they need me, I'll be ready to suit up anytime.
Analysts know you mentioned statistics. Coach Thomas mentioned statistics. But analysts also know that you can still perform at a high stage. You personally, Stephan Schrock, do you think you can still compete at a high level at the world stage?
I can. You can. Probably it's better you ask the teams that offering me in and around Southeast Asia. These are top clubs with a lot of history and competing in international stages on competitions. I can sign the dotted line with a 7-digit contract anytime I want. But
wow.
It's not up to me to judge on that. I feel I can give. I feel I'm still fit enough. I have the abilities and the quality to do so, and it's up to the coaching to put the personal grudge or the holding grudge aside for a common goal for the country.
What do you think can we do, or what do you think can be the solution for you to be part of the Azkals again?
Andre, I got taught, the best thing to go on with a problem is to sit down and speak it out, clear the air. Like I said, I matured. I've done mistakes in the past. I'm clearly not doing it now. I want to sit down, talk it out, and then move on from there. Because I feel, and it's not something I make up in my head. I know I can help the team. I know they might need me. And even if it's just for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, I'm ready to help. I'm ready to suit up.
Well, we've got a week's time before the Azkals will head out to Mongolia for that final round, Schrock, of the Asian Cup qualifiers. What do you think will they be missing? The national team will be missing without Stephan Schrock out there.
Well, you have a short time of period to prepare. The players I've worked with, they all reach out to me, sending me nice messages that they're all devastated and heartbroken for me that I'm not included in the squad because I put in a lot of time, a lot of heart, a lot of blood and sweat for the country to make it what it is. Obviously, we had the struggles in terms of result, but you never can forget that we had COVID times. We had travel restriction left and right. It was not a normal time on playing football, and they're missing a big part. I will miss a big part not being included in the squad. I wish them well. I'm not hurting. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to put the spotlight away from preparations.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll be rooting for them. You'll be rooting for them, right? Watching them and still cheering for them. Schrocky, what do you want to say? Your message to all the Azkals fans, your supporters, and even if you want to say anything to Coach Thomas and to the PFF, go ahead.
No, I wish him luck. Obviously, for me, it's not about me personally. It's not about me or Thomas Dooley as a head coach. For me, the most important was to bring football in higher stages and to help promoting the game. I wish them luck. I wish them well if ever they need me. Everyone has my number, and they can call me up anytime.
Schrocky, I appreciate the time. I appreciate you airing your side and being here on the show. The best of luck to you. Keep us posted, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you, and stay safe, Schrocky.
Stay safe. Thank you, boss.
We just spoke to veteran Azkals standout and former team captain of the Philippine Azkals, Stephan Schrock.